The next 2 or 3 days is going to be huge if you're waiting on free agents to sign in Major League Baseball. Let's talk about that next here on the Texas Rangers Clubhouse. Hey there, my name is Jeff Bates. This is Texas Rangers Clubhouse. We talk about all of baseball, heavy-duty Texas Rangers coverage. Right now, everyone is just waiting on pins and needles for the free agents to sign. Yesterday's video was about the free agent pitchers who were still out there, where I thought they might sign, why I thought they might sign there, and we talked about what I thought the Rangers should do, could do, might do. Today, we're looking at the hitters who are left. Scott Boras' big four clients are still out there. We talked yesterday about Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery. Today, we talk about Cody Bellinger and Matt Chapman, and of course, the rest of the field, which includes JD Martinez, Adam Duvall, Michael A. Taylor, Brandon Belt, Pham, Tommy Pham, Amed Rosario, Gio Urshela, Whit Merrifield, Tim Anderson. There's more. Those are the guys we're going to talk about today. Do I think the Rangers are going to sign any of them? Let's start with that. No, not really, but there's one or two names that'll come up. One that I think we should get, one that I think there's been rumors about that I don't really believe. Let's start off with what's really happened. Jorge Soler, massive power. 3 years, $42 million, San Francisco Giants. Boy, they needed to make a splash. 2 years in a row, they've been trying to spend money, and they finally spend $42 million of the money they've got saved up. $9 million signing bonus for this guy who has massive power. Huge swing and miss. Top of the league swing and miss. Huge hard contact numbers. If he hits it, it goes. And the Grand Canyon can't hold this guy. Unfortunately, the Giants stadium seems to be bigger than the Grand Canyon. The last time they had somebody hit over 30 home runs as a Giant, Barry Bonds. Nobody hits home runs there. I'm a Rangers fan who roots for the Dodgers. I used to live in LA. So I really hate the Giants. So I like this. Jorge Soler, remember him last year when he hit 36 home runs? Yeah, he won't hit that many for quite some time. He won't hit that many ever again. Why? He signed with San Francisco. I hope your $42 million is enough, because this is it. The fly balls go there to die. If I were the Giants, I would be looking at the 82 St. Louis Cardinals. I want guys who hit. I would play great defense. I would have great pitching, which they do have really good pitching. It's about to get even better. I love their pitching staff. They need great defense and speed. The rules have changed. There's an opportunity here for an 82 St. Louis Cardinals style. Are you too young to know what I'm talking about? Team creation, roster creation, and that would be a winner in San Francisco. I would want defense, pitching, and speed, not power hitting. So I don't understand it, but whatever. The Giants needed to spend some of their money, and Jorge Soler said, yes, please. He's been getting a whole bunch of 2-year offers I've been reading. He got a 3-year offer from then. Again, $9 million signing bonus, $42 million over 3 years total. Yeah, he gets the ball a long way, but he's not going to hit 30 there. I'd be shocked. Cody Bellinger is the biggest name. He's a Scott Boras client, like we talked about already. I thought San Francisco made a lot of sense for him. I still kind of do. They have enough money. They have a lot of money, actually. So they could sign, and they're on the top of my list for a few guys that we're going to talk about. He makes a lot of sense there. He also, everybody's talking about him going to the Cubs. Like, it's almost expected he's going to go back to the Cubs. I'm going to say San Diego comes out of nowhere and gets him. I don't know if they have the money. I don't know what their budget situation is. They just lost their owner. They will not be a playoff team with the current roster. They have 2 outfield spots right now with no Major League Baseball player on them. Who's their center fielder? There's 2 guys on their depth chart right now, starting outfielders for the Padres. Most people have never heard of. Cody Bellinger is a need there, and it makes a lot of sense. I don't know their financial constraints, but if you sign 1 or 2 of these guys, you could be a playoff team. Now, the Dodgers are really good. The Diamondbacks are really good. Both of those teams got a lot better. So we're talking about a wild card, not a division, but they could get there. They're going to win 65 to 70, or they sign 2 outfielders that can play the game, and then maybe they're a playoff team. Cody Bellinger makes a lot of sense, and I think that's what's going to happen. Everybody else says the Cubs. Matt Chapman, another Scott Boras client. Everybody's saying he's going to go to the Giants. I don't see where else he would go. I think it makes sense. Can they sign Soler and Bellinger and Chapman? Yeah, they probably can. They had a lot of money left over from last year that they couldn't spend. They tried to get Judge. They tried to get Correa. This year, they really went hard after Ohtani. They've got some money set aside. Could they get all 3 of them? They could. Will they? Probably not. Soler's already there. I'm saying Bellinger goes to San Diego. Cubbies has got to be the number 1A on everybody's list. But a lot of people think he might go there. Chapman, I do believe, will go to the Giants. He fits what I said they should be doing. Great defense. One of the best defensive third basemen of all time. Him and Nolan Arenado. We are blessed to be in a time where we have that great of third base defense to be watching. He was the best player in the American League in April last year. Now, the rest of the year wasn't so good for him. I think this just makes total sense. Matt Chapman to the Giants is my prediction. JD Martinez, just a DH here. Could he go back to Arizona? Yes. They say they want a right-handed hitting DH or outfielder to pair with Jock Peterson. We'll be talking about Tommy Pham here in a little bit. They're famous for, getting in a fight. JD Martinez, I think, will end up in Miami. This guy can hit. He had a great year last year for LA. He had a spectacular year last year for LA. He is a hitting machine, and somebody's going to get a deal with him. Miami makes a lot of sense. I think he goes there. Adam Duvall and Tommy Pham. I got to be honest with you. Adam Duvall, Tommy Pham, this could be the same thing. I think the same for both these guys. Duvall used to be a great center fielder. I would say he's an average outfielder now, but he used to be elite, big time power. Tommy Pham, big time power, did really, really well for Arizona last year in the on their playoff run and in the playoffs. I think the Padres get Duvall if they don't get Bellinger. Obviously, you get Bellinger, you're not getting Duvall. I think he goes there. If he doesn't go to San Diego, I think Boston and Arizona are the teams to look at. Let's go to Tommy Pham. We already talked about him. Where does he go? I think he could end up in San Diego, or he'll end up in Boston. So where Duvall goes, San Diego or Boston, I think Pham goes the other one. Other places for Pham to go, maybe back in Arizona, everybody's saying. I do not believe that for a second. But the guy can hit. You never know. Michael A. Taylor kind of fits there too. I think he's going to end up in Boston or San Diego. Can Duvall and Taylor and Pham all end up in Boston and San Diego? I mean, they could if San Diego took two of them. I don't know where else he ends up. Of course, everyone needs outfielders. Michael A. Taylor doesn't have a good bat. He's actually a pretty bad year last year, but super elite defensively. So what do you want? Duvall power, above average defense to average defense. Pham, big right-handed bat. Michael A. Taylor, more defense. There you go. That's what happens there. Brandon Belt. Listen, Jim Bowden said today on his Twitter, he thinks he's going to end up in Houston. Could he come to Texas? There's been lots of rumors about that. Lots of articles here last week about Brandon Belt coming here. I think that's because Bruce Bochy's here. They have a great relationship. I would love the Rangers to get a bat, especially a guy who can play first base. Right now, our backup first baseman is Zeke Duran, which I don't really love. Enrique Hernandez would be a name that's out there that he's not really on my list. I actually really love him. I would love the Rangers to get him. Well, he's not really on my list, but I guess I just put him on my list. Brandon Belt, where is he going to end up? I think he ends up back in San Francisco. They've got a lot of money. They could use him. Fans would like it. Kind of makes sense. So I think Belt goes there. And again, I just threw in Enrique Hernandez. I don't know where he's going to end up, but I think San Diego could use him, but I think Texas might be a nice place for him to land. We'll get to, that's enough of that. Amed Rosario as the shortstop. He was in Cleveland. He got traded for Syndergaard over to the Dodgers. Where could he end up? He could end up in Boston. He could end up with the White Sox. He could end up back in Miami, but I think he'll end up back in Cleveland. They still need a shortstop. Another shortstop out there, Tim Anderson. He won't be in Cleveland. Jose Ramirez and him didn't seem to be buddies. He was rumored to be a LA Dodger many times. Could he go to there? Yes. Could he go to Boston? Sure. I'm going to predict he goes to Miami. Tim Anderson will probably sign a 1-year contract and try to prove himself. He was really good, and he's really kind of fallen on harder times. So I think going to Miami might make a lot of sense for him. Whit Merrifield, second baseman, can play all over the diamond, can play the outfield a little bit too. Jim Bowden today said he'd go to Boston on his Twitter. I'm going to say he's going to Philly. Actually, I might have that backwards. I think maybe Bowden said Philly. Regardless, I'm predicting him to go to Philly. Boston's another landing spot. The Rangers, this is a Rangers heavy channel, I think should go and sign either Enrique Hernandez, who I just mentioned, or Gio Urshela. He played third base mostly, but he played all 4 infield positions last year. He could end up in Boston. He could be a Cub. I think he should come to Texas. It makes sense. Josh Smith and Zeke Duran are your backup infielders. You've got Lowe, Simeon, Seager, and Young, and then 2 backup infielders of Josh Smith and Zeke Duran. I think Nate Lowe needs a blow now and then. I think Marcus Simeon, who plays 162 every year, needs a blow. I'm positive Corey Seager needs a blow. He's going to be on the DL to start the year. Maybe we lost Young last year for a couple weeks. I think our depth there is a little thin. Love Zeke Duran's bat. Love Josh Smith's attitude. Love Josh Smith's hustle. Would rather have Urshela or Enrique Hernandez in those slots, to be very honest with you. So from a Rangers perspective, Enrique Hernandez or Gio Urshela are the guys that I want them to sign. I would love them to get one of them. Brandon Belt doesn't make nearly as much sense to me, but I'll tell you what, he can hit. It wouldn't hurt. It would be a plus. JD Martinez to Miami, Duvall maybe to San Diego, Taylor to Boston, Belt to San Francisco, Pham to Boston, Rosario to Cleveland, Urshela here to Texas, Merrifield to Philly, Tim Anderson to Miami, and the big two, Chapman to the Giants, Bellinger, I'm going to say to the Padres, even though everyone else is saying the Cubs. What say you? What do you think your team's going to do if you're a Rangers fan? Tell me what you think about my ideas for Hernandez or Urshela. Are you excited about the possibility of Belt? Do you think we sign anyone who's a hitter? What do you think about the Soler signing? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have the best day ever. Go Rangers. Thanks so much for watching. Where do you think your guy is going to go? Who's your guy? Who's your team? Who do you think they're going to sign? Thanks for watching. Watch one of those videos above. It'll make me smile. Subscribe to the channel and go Rangers.